Hey, hello everybody, good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd. So let's review the dark pool spreadsheet that I have been sent to you guys. I just stopped to send to you guys because unfortunately Shadowflow is not allowing me to download the data. Okay, but regarding people saying yesterday that dealers, or I don't know if it's dealers, but because could you be CTAs are not dealers, CTAs are retail, but in general the market is fully allocated. In general, the market is fully long. As if you open, the dark pool spreadsheet, as you can see, I highlight a bunch of orders, big orders that you have up to the end of the year, and you see $126 million premium, strike 4,050 in the money. That's for August 18. Break even 4,367. Another one, 4,400 strike, $61 million premium, strike 4,553, still in the money. $12 million, 4,481 in the money, strike 4,400. You see how big those orders is? $24 million, 4K strike, break even 4,237 in the money. $10 million, $6 million, $16 million, $8 million, $7 million. Big order, but especially this 121 millions, $50 million in the money, 4,300. So you guys, could you be considered dealers, whatever, but the market is fully long. Market has a gamma imbalance, is running out of hedge. Okay, running out of hedge. Anyway, let's talk about today what I wrote to you guys regarding what the options book said. First of all, deltas didn't give us any clue, so strength above 79, weakness below 72, neutral 76. Remember that yesterday I told you guys during the intraday that the maximum upside target for today is 4,575, and at the close we saw delta in that range, right? Why I told you guys 75? Because when I start to look the dark, not the dark pool, the option book, I interpreted that 4,575 was the option book resistance. And I also saw a lot of players started to selling 4,575 calls. And consequently was my interpretation during the intraday, before news, before close, before everything, right? So what I highlight to you guys here, maybe you could see markets trading between 4,575 and 4,550. My maximum upside target is still 75, but if for some reason somebody try to squeeze through gamma, 85 and 87, period. Don't break this. And bottom, breaking down 4,550, 4,530, 4,535 will be printed today. Okay? Also remember, that's my call for today. That's the levels. Maximum target 75. If some dealers, jump in the book to squeeze later bears, later short sellers through gamma, maximum 85, 87. For the downside, 4,550 could you be the bottom, because is where the gamma start to be flipped from positive to negative. But if you will break down, I'm seeing a maximum downside target 30-35. Okay, 30-35. So put, because this is what is set up in the option book. I also put over here the option book. You guys can read and make your own interpretation. and we can discuss. Regarding, graphic analysis, I told you guys several times, if, for 1,500, I mean, sorry, not if, as soon for 1,540 start to be the resistance, this candle will be confirmed as a pivot, and consequently confirm that the top is in. Could you be the annual top? Yes, could be. Remember, now, from now on, starting yesterday, the flow is bearish, not more bullish. Yesterday, I pressed the key several times telling you guys, be careful playing long. Be careful playing long. Don't trade 10 points because the flow starts to be bearish. How long the flow will be bearish? So far, we don't know. We don't have crystal ball. The fractal analysts, they keep sending me message. Oh, the top is in, but after you jump, they sent me yesterday. I don't reply anymore, because maybe they have crystal balls. I don't have it. So now the top is in, you see a drop and then you skyrocket. They keep saying that. I told you to some people that Bitcoin could go to $3,000. People still not believing. Why? Because usually they don't look in annual graph. So the key level for Bitcoin is $17,000. If in December Bitcoin, I'm talking Bitcoin right now because I short Bitcoin. If in December Bitcoin close around 16 or below, the 3K is a magneto. That's where the movement started, that brought Bitcoin up to almost 70K, right? So if in December Bitcoin starts, closing the annual graph around $16,000, $16,000, 3K is a magneto. If you guys that like graphic analysis, look annual graph, 12 months graph, not weekly, not monthly, annual. And then you guys understand why the $3,000. It's 3,800 if I'm not wrong. Okay. Anyway, yesterday, I created a text. I sent a post to you guys. Basically regard the corporate the ratings that downgrade the United States. And I placed my thoughts. You guys have been seeing FinTwitch. Basically, a lot of people have been saying the same thing from 5 years right now. Since 5 years in the past up to now, they have been saying that the money will flow to commodities. People keeping saying that. The majority of the people is already blocking me, like Tavi Costa. He's a Brazilian CTA that lives, I guess, in Chicago. For me, it's a junk CTA. He always said the money will flow to commodities. Another guys that are internet celebrity like Gregory Manarino, they keep always say, oh, the money will flow to crypto, the money will flow to commodities. Guys, my call is not this. Okay? I put you guys over here. First of all, the bonds spread is a very weird situation that we never saw before. Let me put the spreads in the screen. Especially the 10 and 2. This is one of the worst, spreads that you have been seeing. Let me put like in annual, 12 months. And then you guys start to understand. Of course, that is kind of difficult to read by candles. But when Biden was elected last year, right? 22. So 22, 21. Back in 2020, okay? Back in 2020, when Trump got elected, you guys, usually we call this a bear flattening. Now it's also is negative, so it's worse. So when Trump got elected, okay, 2019, we start to see a jump in the yield curve. The markets try to to pricing that Trump supposedly support the economy. How? Raising rates, taking, moving rates from the negative region to a positive region. 1 year after, in 21, market, the yields curve, realize that he will not change the rates. Consequently, as you can see, the yields curve get back to a bear flattening pattern. Trump, was one of the worst US presidents ever. He had the opportunity to fix the economy, increasing rates, removing yields from the negative territory to a positive territory. But, of course, he looks to print money, as Obama did, keeping, central banks, treasury departments, providing liquidity to the economy. And the yields curve start to price this again. The yields curve said, oh, Trump will not fix the US economy. And we get back to a bear flattening. This is how you see if the presidents are good or not. So, as you can see, this is the worst bonds yields spread ever. Ever. Right? So, my call is the same. Yesterday, I'm not saying that I'm correct. I put over here, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just following my own studies. Yesterday, I post here, hold on, I bought TLT, long run, 10 years, like 10 years, okay? I bought TLT, I bought bonds. Why I bought bonds? Because my call is money will not flow to commodities. These will be fixed. As usually. Look here. As usual. They always fix this. To fix this, we will see dollar DXY skyrocket. Fixed the yields curve. What do you see? Dollar skyrockets, bonds skyrockets, and in some point yields dropping fast and furious. Doesn't mean when we start to see the yields going down, we will see equities going up. No, because when you see the yields going down, it's because we will start a recession. Maybe a depression, maybe worse than 29. I told you guys here that the market is have too much bias from both sides. For the first time, we are not seeing, a market to more buyers from one side to the compared to the other side. We have buyers from both sides, and consequently, you see the assets, the risk assets is spiking. Because I also put over here because this is the easiest crash ever. The problem is nobody knows the time. Nobody knows the time. Oh, Fabio, the central bank, could you keep, pumping the bubble? I think you have a limitation. Because, the balance sheet, and especially the US debt, is all-time highs. In some point, print more money, you not save anything. You just mess things up. That's something that, the majority doesn't understand. And consequently, I put over here, I said, I don't have a crystal ball. But because, those yield spreads that we never saw like this, and the higher worldwide debt, it's not only US, the worldwide debt, the only way to fix is to bring the entire world in a recession. We don't need to go to Harvard to understand that. You don't need to buy the best economic books and start to read them to understand that. You guys have been seeing, even in the group, people, I'm buying risk asset long. Nobody has fear. Nobody has fear. Zero. If you start a conversation with your friends, nobody believe that you can see pricing getting back to 20 years back. I mean, the current prices get, how can I say? Getting back to 20 years. As AT&T already did. Okay, as AT&T is already did. Nobody. If you talk to people that for example, that have been investing in real estate, oh, I have equities in my house, and you never sell because the rents pay me 1%. Those people doesn't understand that real estate only pay 0.4% maximum. When you see real estate paying plus 1%, is because something will be break soon. And then a lot of people come to me and said, Fabio, but you refinance. I don't care. I bought with 7.7% rates, but later on I refinance. Back in 2008, everybody thought the same. And you guys saw what's happened back in 2008. What we see right now is exactly the same what we saw when W. George Bush was the president of the United States. A lot of money, credit was easy, people bought a lot of house. The debt, of course, was lower compared to nowadays. The personal debt also was lower compared to nowadays. The corporate debt was lower compared to nowadays. So since George W. Bush, debts have been going higher and higher and higher. Remember that those debts one day need to be paid off. And consequently, when this day comes, my expectation is this one. TLT will be the new Bitcoin. US dollar will skyrocket, and the entire risk assets is going down. I know that Bitcoin investors are still looking for the halving next year. Oh, when we start the halving, the Bitcoin skyrocket. If the recession starts in 2024, I don't know. I really don't know. I said I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. You guys, you see the first BTC halving when BTC is going down instead of melting up. Okay? Because all the risk assets is going down. Bitcoin is not a reserve of value. Gold is not a reserve of value. The reserve of value is US dollar. When everything got fucked, everybody goes to dollar. Okay? This is, it is what it is. So, I'm not telling that I'm correct. I'm also not telling that, you know, the optimists are wrong too. I don't have a crystal ball, but this is my study. Okay? Yesterday, for example, you know, somebody run a swap during the intraday, and the DXY didn't drop. So a central bank got squeezed yesterday. I don't know which one was. At the end of the day, when everybody, you know, was at home, you know, the same central bank start to run swap and bring dollar down, and now the dollar is going back up. What I'm telling you guys, that the market's absorbing every dip in DXY, every single dip in DXY. So far, the DXY is telling me that I'm correct. I also explained why I bought TLT, because some people just came to me, but you know, that's really ugly. Yes, is trading in a very important support at 98. Losing 98, could you get much more ugly? And I will buy more. And I will buy more. Why are you buy more? Because this will be fixed. This will be fixed. Okay, guys, so just review today. So 4,575 maximum upside, 4,550 support, losing the support, 4,530, 4,535 will be printed. As soon markets, you know, lose 4,540, the pivot, the last Thursday pivot, the last third candle, will be confirmed as a pivot, and then 4,540 will be the major resistance. Okay, guys, take care, enjoy your day, be careful. Flow from now on start to be bearish. Thank you.